It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Reaction Beanie Yo 78. Day in the neighborhood, my people, my brothers and sisters. Stack is back for another one, man, bro. And we're gonna take it to a new channel once again that we've never been to before. What is that channel? Mori. Or is it Mori? Mori? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna call it Moro. I hope I ain't butchering it, bro. Just found this channel, man, a couple hours ago, bro. I'm like, okay, we're gonna react to one of these. We're gonna watch one of these videos, bro, because he do a great job also, bro. He do a great job of telling these crime, horrible stories. And this story right here in particular, bro, I feel like this is going to be one of the most fucked up stories that we watch, just because of if you look at the thumbnail that I put up, or you look at the title of the video, or even the title that he got right here, which is called The Boy Who Shot Up His School and Killed 4 Classmates. That right there just already just fucked up and sad, bro. It just make you already like, oh man, bro. Whenever it comes to children dying, bro, it hit different. It really do. It really do. But we're going to see how he do it, man. We're going to get into it, bro. But before we get into it, my people, please, 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 get whatever you might need. Get what you need, please. So we can get into it, man. Y'all got what y'all need? Y'all ready to do it? Then let's fucking do it.
The deadly school shooting in Michigan at Oxford,
Michigan. The 15-year-old suspected shooter,
Ethan Crumbley, killed 4 of his fellow students.
Tate Meir, Madison Baldwin,
Anna St. Juliana,
Justin Schilling.
I knew Justin.
Fucked up. Fucked up. Fucked up. And one thing I want to say real quick, bro, I thought these were going to be like younger students. Like I'm thinking like elementary, maybe junior high. They look like high school or college. Still fucked up, but let's go.
All right. So, unfortunately today, we're gonna have to be talking about the situation that happened in Oxford, Michigan, regarding a 15-year-old school shooter by the name of Ethan Crumbley, who shot and killed 4 kids by the names of Justin Schilling, who was 17, Tate Meir, who was 16, Hannah Juliana, who was 14, and 17-year-old Madison Baldwin. I send my condolences to the friends and family members of all 4 of those kids. They absolutely did not deserve to be killed by this psychopath, clearly, as you can see on this.
Motherfucker look like a psycho, but I just want to say myself, bro, condolences, man, to all those families. Let's go.
Screen in the orange jumpsuit. And as you can see by this Instagram post by Damas Live News, he says 15-year-old in Michigan high school shooting wanted to, quote, murder as many as he could, police said. You know, at this point in time when I first heard about the story, I wasn't really shocked or surprised, but the more I looked into it, the more terrifying it became for me, because I actually just saw video footage of which I'm gonna show you guys, sent to me on Instagram by a viewer. So I'm gonna show that in like 15 to 30 seconds. But I just want you guys to take a look at the kid who took the lives of these 4 innocent young high schoolers. I mean, just look into his eyes. Look at the face, look at the demeanor. Bro. The kid looks like he has no kind of remorse at all. You know, they often say that the eye is the window to the soul, and if you look long enough, you look long enough into his eyes, and if you can truly look into his soul, you can see that there's nothing there, man. I don't know whether that's due to his upbringing or genetics, or maybe a combination of both. Maybe he came from a bad home, but none of that justifies him doing what he did to his fellow students and classmates. Now, the video of which I'm about to show you guys, came from a fellow viewer on Instagram. His name is Esbra Momento. Shout out to him. And he just sent me a video in the DM from the POV of a girl girl or boy in the classroom filming the kid in the orange jumpsuit outside of a classroom pretending to be a sheriff, telling the classmates to come to the door, unlock the door, come out of the room because he's a sheriff. And it's just a very eerie and terrifying video in my opinion. So check it out.
Yeah, he said it's safe to come out.
Hell no, don't open that door.
Right now. I can't hear you. We're not taking that risk right now. Okay, well, come to the door and look at my bag, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hell no. Hell no. Don't no damn sheriff say, bro. That is not in the sheriff vocabulary. There's some come to the door and look at my badge, bro. That's a no-no. That's a fucking no-no.
He said bro. Red flag.
Thank you. Thank you.
Slow down, you're fine.
Now, when I first I'm already getting shivers down my spine just talking about this, because I can't even imagine being in that kind of situation as like a 16-year-old guy, being in that position, being scared. Over the years, having seen so many school shootings happening all over the country, and then finally one day, it coming to your school. And all the kids, they're pretty smart because they knew his voice wasn't deep enough. And alright, so sorry to pause the video real quick, but I'm having to make this update for this video because I recently found out that the kid outside the classroom was actually not a kid. He was not a school shooter, but a grown-ass police officer. So although all these media outlets out there initially thought that this was Ethan Crumbley trying to get into a classroom because he sounded like a kid and he said bro, trying to act all cool, it was actually a grown man police officer telling the children to come out. I know.
Okay, I stand corrected. But he used the wrong terminology. Bruh, you trying to be cool, you need to sound like the old ass sheriff man that you is so these children can feel secure and safe. That shit you tried to do or did, that was not the right tactic to use. I want to open the door for you either.
No, it's very weird, and a lot of people are angry at the dude for not being more professional with his language, and so am I. But I just wanted to clarify that before the video resumes. You could see that he was trying to lower his voice to try to sound more adult-like and manly-like. And he said it's safe to come out. But obviously they were scared, and one of the kids said, we're not willing to take that risk.
We're not willing to take that risk right now. I can't hear you. We're not taking that risk right now.
But even the way he said, I can't hear you, he sounds like a young teenager, man. Like, you could just hear it in his voice. But what obviously gave it away was the fact that he said, well, come to the door so you could look at my badge, bro. Like, there is no sheriff on this planet that's gonna be saying, bro, come look at my badge. And after he said that, you could see the whole room started to go into a little panic and frenzy, and they said, yeah, it's time for us to get out of here.
He said bro. Red flag.
Fuck up out of that bitch. Fuck that.
And the cold hard reality of this all, which is incredibly unfortunate, is that this will never stop because there's too many guns in circulation in this country. And not only that is the fact that we have an ongoing mental health crisis in this country going on right now, and for some reason, we as a society, we as a collective, the government, everybody, aren't doing enough to solve these problems. In any case, before I even go any further into talking about the specific details of the shooting, what happened, and what they know by now, I just want to show a little clip and video of one of the victims. His name was Tate Meyer. He was a part of the high school football team. He was 16. There's another photo of Madison Baldwin, who was 17. She was going to be graduating this year in her senior year. Here we have Hannah Juliana, she was 14. I believe she was either a freshman or sophomore. And lastly, Justin Schilling, who was 17. Now, to actually get into the meat of the story, I'm going to be reading an article from dailymail.com in which they say in their headline, Michigan high school gunman Ethan Crumbley, 15, is arraigned as an adult terrorist as police reveal he had meeting with his parents and teachers to discuss his behavior 3 hours before he opened fire in hallways and killed 4 classmates. And the 4 classmates, I already listed them, I already showed their faces so you guys can understand the severity of the situation. They say he murdered 4 classmates and injured 7 others on Tuesday after opening fire in the hallways at 12:50 p.m. At 10 a.m. that morning, his mother and father, Jennifer and James, were called into Oxford High School for a meeting with teachers about Ethan's behavior. They say it's unclear what prompted the meeting, but it's the second time Ethan had been called in 2 days. On Monday, he met with teachers alone.
Oh, so y'all done had all the red flags way before this. He been on the radar. He been getting in trouble, and y'all ain't pay enough attention to it. I'm starting to get mad at his fucking parents, bro. You know when your damn child... Man, let's go.
Say there's no record of the teenager being bullied, as other students have claimed, which I find interesting, and I'm actually more inclined in believing his fellow classmates. Like, if they say this kid was getting bullied, he probably was. As we all know, school administrators tend to sweep things under the rug because they don't really want to deal with it. Although, like I said before, none of that justifies what he did. They also say prosecutors revealed at his arraignment that he had detailed in a journal found in his backpack how he wanted to shoot students at the school. And currently, they're going to be charging him as an adult so that he may be convicted and sentenced to life in prison.
Good.
At 15 years old, his life is pretty much over. And what I also find interesting is that I'm pretty sure the parents were aware of his kind of psychopathic behavior, because how could you not know? You literally live with the kid, and this journal, I'm pretty sure his mom probably came across it. And if she didn't, she was aware of this kind of dark behavior that he was exhibiting while at being home, which leads to this bit of
That's what I'm saying, bro. As parents, bro, you know if your damn child is a fucking lunatic and a fucking crazy motherfucker out here, man. And you need to do something to stop that shit before it get to the point where it got with him. I'm mad at the parents. Fuck that.
info regarding a prosecutor named Karen McDonald that suggested that she might also charge his parents for not keeping the 9mm handgun that he used out of his reach. Now, to me, immediately, that sounds like common sense. I genuinely believe, because this is not the first time something like this has happened. A kid gets access to his parents' gun, either inflicts harm on other people or accidentally on himself. So parents need to be more responsible and accountable for leaving their guns laying around accessible to their children and other people. So I'm kind of on board with what Karen is saying right here. They also say that Ethan was flexing on Instagram about the gun, pretending that it was his, days before the attack. And what's kind of disturbing is, as I was trying to search for this kid's Instagram page, you know, to find the actual photo of what he was flexing, you already have a plethora of other people trying to copy and catfish this kid because they want clout off of this kind of tragedy. I just, every time something like this happens, I don't understand why people do this. It's just, people are weird, man. People are really weird. However, as I actually typed in the URL for his Instagram page, it does say that it's not available, so I assume Instagram saw the story, it went viral, and they immediately took it down. Luckily enough, I was able to find the image on NewYorkPost.com. They managed to grab a screenshot before his page went down, and as you can see, is the gun that he used on the students. Here it is in his hand. As you can see, he said, "By Ethan Crumbley, just got my new beauty today. Sig Sawyer, I believe is the pronunciation. 9mm, ask any questions, I will answer." Why does the 15-year-old boy have access to his father's gun like this? I don't know. Was his father aware that he had the gun, or did he steal it? I don't know. But either way, parents, you gotta start being more accountable, because I'm sure those kids would still be alive today if Ethan had not had access to his father's or mother's gun. They say on Tuesday he fired 30 rounds at the school, emptying 2 15-round magazines. The third was found on school property. All 4 students, Tate Meyer, Hannah Juliana, Madison Baldwin, and Justin Schilling, died Wednesday morning in the hospital. Also, here's another screenshot from more photos that he apparently posted to his Instagram page.
What the? Bruh.
Very creepy, very disturbing.
That's what I wanted to show you. Well, look at his Instagram. Look at the damn pictures he posting. Bruh. Ain't nobody been seeing the signs that this is a crazy, deranged motherfucker? What?
I honestly don't understand the context for a lot of these photos. And by the way, disregard this text because someone screenshotted it and they basically said this sick deserves whatever's coming to him, referring to Ethan. But this text is not a part of his Instagram page. But the photos behind the text you can see are very just wildly eerie, disturbing, and how could you not admit your child into a mental health institution after seeing these photos? This tied in with his dark sociopathic behavior. And apparently on top of that, he was making threats days before the school shooting. There were rumors going around the school, and I'm not entirely sure if they knew who made the rumor or where the source was coming from, saying that somebody was going to shoot up the school. And there was this kid being interviewed by a journalist talking about the rumors that he was hearing amongst many of his friends days before the school shooting. Check it out.
Something's wrong. So I'm like,
what was worrying everybody? There have been some ominous threats posted in recent days. Is that right?
yeah, that is right. That is. I've been hearing the threats too, and it's like, you know, kids, they play around and say, oh, we're gonna shoot up the school or this. You don't supposed to play around with that. Like, this is serious. You can't do that. So I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. You know, this school it's been tragic, and it's like, I don't even know. It's just.
So yeah, you can see kid's pretty distraught. You can see he's anxious. He's pacing around, and I don't blame him, man. This probably has to be one of the most mentally ill generations of all time. Generation Z, and I'm a part of Generation Z. And sometimes I just gotta wonder, like, bro, this could have been me. I could have been in one of these classrooms, sitting in one of these classrooms with my friends, with some mentally ill student who had it out for one of us, right? And I'm actually fortunate that I graduated years ago and I'm out of this public school system, because it doesn't seem like a safe place to me at all. However, now I'm gonna be playing some footage of his arraignment and a reporter talking about more details regarding the situation.
The 15-year-old accused of killing 4 and injuring others at Oxford High School is now charged as an adult.
I will enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Can you believe the audacity of someone actually saying not guilty for what this kid did? Like, I understand.
Bruh, are you fucking kidding? These goddamn defense lawyers, how much money are y'all making a year to defend that bullshit? How much money do y'all be making a year to defend these people who y'all know are guilty of murder and these ridiculous ass crimes? How much money are you making to try to defend this? How much? I don't give a damn if you're making $1 trillion a year. That shit is not worth it.
And everybody has the right to a fair and whatever speedy trial, the right to defense, and if you can afford a lawyer, one would be provided for you. But it's just like, bro, come on, really? Jesus Christ.
Really? In court virtually. He faces 24 charges, including terrorism causing death and 4 counts of first-degree murder.
In terms of the premeditation required for a first-degree murder charge, this just wasn't even a close call, unfortunately. This was deliberate. This was planned well in advance, and disturbingly so.
Also, here's another photo from his Instagram story. Here's an image of some kid with fire over his eyes and a cigarette in his mouth. I'm not entirely sure what the hell this is, but he did write in this post saying "Return of the Devil," and he put a little countdown. So I'm not sure if this was the day before he was counting down this premeditated attack. As you can see, if you zoom in closer, you can see a deer head in this picture. Now I'm seeing a post from somebody named Joseph saying decapitated deer head tossed from Oxford High School balcony windows covered in red paint weeks before deadly shooting. Now, as far as I know, there hasn't been any confirmation on whether or not it was Ethan who severed the deer head and tossed it in front of the school. However, given all the latest details of what he did to the school, it was most likely him who was sick enough to do something like this. And if it wasn't him, then they need to be on the lookout for another sick-ass individual, because this ain't normal. There's been also video footage that has surfaced of him lighting a Molotov cocktail and throwing it in his backyard. As you can see right here, he says, "Don't try this at home." And another update regarding that from this guy named Joseph, he said the location is confirmed to be the backyard of Ethan Crumbley's residence. Through public land parcel information and realtor listing photos, street view of the home has since been blurred out. So as you can see in this first photo was the location of where he threw the Molotov cocktail. And in this next photo is a waypoint of the very same backyard from satellite view. And shout out to this guy named Joseph Morris. I guess he has a YouTube channel. He's actually done a really good job collecting all this information, and I really appreciate it. However, he's linked 3 photos, and in this post he says, Ethan Crumbley's father, James, who owns the guns he used in the attack, and his mother, Jennifer, are pictured on Zoom attending the arraignment, and this is that photo. The next photo, you can see police officers who went into their home, found more guns, and took it into custody.
Wow,
and in this next photo, you can see the front of their home. And it's just incredibly eerie because, as you can see, it just looks like a little homey home, you know? Very cozy, and you'd never imagine that a killer would be coming out of such a place like this. And they even have the little joy sign up in front of their doorway. Just really really strange, man. What amazes me is actually here's a comment from Ethan Crumbley, who said just a month ago, I want one so fucking bad. I want to shoot.
Like, bro, how many goddamn signs do we have to have? Like, how many signs do you have to have that this dude is a lunatic? Bro, there have been a million, quadrillion, kabillion signs in this video, bro, before the shooting happened, that somebody could have jumped in and intervened on this shit, bro. These posts on the damn internet, the shit he was talking about at the school, his whole Instagram.
Up my school. And this was in reference to a YouTube video. I see the URL right now. I actually want to see what video this comment is under. So as you can see here on the screen is the video of which Ethan Crumbley said, I want one so fucking bad I want to shoot up my school. I typed in the URL letter for letter, and here's this video by this YouTuber named HickOK45. And in this video, this YouTuber is just showing his stack collection of some kind of gun. It's a Glock or something like that. I'm not really experienced with gun types, but the last thing I'm sure this old man would have thought that one of his viewers would end up being a school shooter one day. However, in these photos, you can see they held a little candlelight visual for all the students who lost their lives. You can see some students are very emotional and they're crying. Very sad sight to see. An interesting thing I heard from some reporter who asked the sheriff in the situation what happened and just questioning him on, you know, the details of the situation. One of the reporters actually brought up the fact of why the school didn't have metal detectors. And that's the thing. My school personally had metal detectors. I'm not entirely sure why theirs didn't.
Mine didn't. I graduated in 09, man. Mine didn't.
Maybe they thought they didn't need it. Maybe they thought something like this could never ever happen to their school, you know. But I think metal detectors should probably be the standard from now on. Although a nuisance, although it can be annoying, there's just way too many guns in circulation in this country, and you're never ever going to be able to collect all of them. So one preventative measure we can take, one safety precaution we can have, is to make metal detectors mandatory in all public schools.
I agree with him on this, but just where I live at, bro, and I have been out of school 10 plus years now, but bro, back, like I said, I graduated in 09, bro. When I was in high school, bro, it was like 10 to 20 ways that you can get inside the school in the morning. It wasn't like it was just this one entrance everybody had to go through. It was so many doors, side doors, back doors, basement doors, front entrance, side, this entrance, that entrance. It was so many ways to get into school, bro. So I don't know if it changed now or you can like just make everybody go through one entrance. I get the metal detection shit and I think it'll be good, but I'm just saying, man, I think it'll be hard to crack down on that, bro, unless y'all just locking all the other doors up, man, because all them doors, bro, used to go through, bro. Let's go.
In any case, that's it for today's video. Yo, shout out to Espra Memento on Instagram. Yo, I appreciate you for sending me that video in the DMs. He said, right, American school's going crazy these days. Welcome back to YouTube. Yo, I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. And shout out to all the viewers who support the channel. I love all of you. Remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you can always know whenever I upload a video. And you know, as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And if you don't really have any thoughts or opinions, just, you know, send your condolences or say RIP or whatever, just to show your respects in the comment section. That being said, thank you for watching, and yeah, stay safe out there.
Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe out there, man. That's my boy Mori. Mori. Somebody tell me in the comments. Somebody comment down below and spell it out, syllable for syllable, how I supposed to say this shit. Because I thought I would hear him say his name in his video, but he ain't said it yet, man. But, bro, dude do an excellent job, bro. I like that video. I don't like, now hold on now. I'm not sick like that. Y'all chill out now. I ain't saying I like it like that. I'm saying I like it like he did a great job explaining what really went on, the story of the fucking retarded ass, deranged ass, lunatic ass little boy killer. Dude was 15 and was sick as fuck, bro. Like you said, you look in his eyes, bro, it was empty as fuck. It was empty. Like he had no soul, bro. And I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder, bro, should the parents, like really, like real talk, bro, should parents start going to jail when their kids commit crimes like this, when you had all these signs in the past that the dude was fucked up in the head? that your child fucked up and you just let the shit go on and on and on without intervening. It was other people who could have intervened too, man. This just fucked up, bro. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up, bro. I'm like my boy Moro, man. I'm glad I survived through high school and shit, school in general. And it seemed like it getting worse because he said in Generation Z, I think I was part of Generation X. I think that's what our shit was called. 90s babies, we were Generation X, right? But I'm just glad I survived, bro. Shit. And goddamn, I just wish that that metal detector shit could work. It sounds like it can work in theory, but I don't know if it can. It sounds like it can work on paper, but I just don't know if it can sound like it. I don't know if it can work in reality. In reality, bro, like I said, unless you gonna have a door all the way through the school year, what each and every child go through. I just don't know how practical that shit is, man. Maybe it's practical in some of y'all high schools or when y'all was in high school, but I know y'all know what I'm saying, bro. My high school, it was so many entrances into that building and just trying to keep tabs on everybody who walked in the building, bro. Back then, bro, it could have been strangers. Now that I'm thinking about it, man, when I was in high school, bro, literal serial killers and strangers who just... Somebody could have came and shot that shit up, bro. When I was in high school, it probably that same way now where I live. Cause I literally, look, listen, and I'm finna let y'all go after this just cause I just want y'all to understand what I'm saying as far as how fucked up school security is. Bro, I promise you, I might need to do a video on this shit one day. I promise you, I could walk in any motherfucking public school in my city right now and not get caught. I'm just saying, walk in it. I'll find a side door. I can find a back door. The front door, somebody might stop me because you know they're more than likely about it often. They be like, hey, how you doing? Whatever you trying to see. But bro, it's so many different other doors you can walk in, and I can walk down them hallways, up and down them hallways, bro. A long time for somebody to see me and ask me what the fuck I got going on. And if I really got on like some good ass clothes, I can get away with it longer. Damn, I ain't never thought about that. Oh yeah, something gotta get done, bro. Something got to get done, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I digress. I'm finna let y'all go now, cause I done went on a whole tangent, bro. Damn, bro. Yo, like, public school need to do better, man. Just in general, bro. We got to figure something out. We got to figure something out together, man. To just stop business, stop this bullshit from happening. That's been it, my friends. I'll be back for Reaction Video 79, bro. The Bing just still thinking, trying to figure out what he wanted the channel to go, how he trying to draw y'all in, how we can get more subscribers. I told y'all I'm trying to get that 1,000 subscribers so I can get away $1,000. But I got one more thing to say before I even give away that 1,000 and before I see y'all again. The Bing, baby! Ledge.